I don't write, man. I feel like if you done lived it and you can speak it from here, you don't have to write it. I want to say thanks to everybody that made this possible. Staff, Ms. Amy, and all the guest speakers, and Ms. Brown. First and foremost, I want to say that I call it making a difference because turning leaf truly makes a difference in my life. And I want to give a special thanks to the guest speaker, Mr. Singleton, when you said that someone in here that needed to hear your story. Well, I think that person is me. I mean, before I came here, I'm going to deviate a little bit. I came from two households. One was my mother, which, was fairly religious. Then my father, which was, let's get some money. That's it. And with that being said, I ain't never said, you probably never heard it, but I'm glad I came to jail. This time, this is not my first time, because I was selfish. If it wasn't for this case, I probably would never stop. The first time was too easy. I mean, it was just too easy for the amount of money, and I'm 41 now. Back then I was 24. I probably played with more money than the average person here worked and can make in their lifetime. It's not bragging, but that's what made me into the animal that I became. What we fail to realize is that when you selling drugs, your habit is just as worse as the junkie, because you become addicted to the power that it brings. The money got old. Once you get the cars, you get the jewelry, you get the clothes, the club scene get old. Just the power that it brings. To be able to say at 30, hey, yo, take my car over here, get this deal and bring it back. You get at the hub and you do that. And there's no feedback. It's the power. Now, with turning leaf, it's taught me that it's more to life than just money and power. With that being said, all the money in the world, all the money that I've had, I give it away right now, just to be back home with my kids. Christmas, I'm in here, got them everything they wanted. When I talked to them on the phone, you know what he said? Yeah, I got everything. We just wish you was here. So that let me know the money is no value, the gifts was no value. There's nothing more important than me being there. So we got to make a difference, not just because of the class. Amy taught us a lot of the stuff that's already in us. She just taught us to utilize it. You got to think about what your action's going to do. It doesn't just affect you. What about your kids? You see me, I keep reiterating on the kids, because in the last couple of weeks, I got some of the worst news in the world. My son has a Facebook. And, even though we say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do what I say, do what I do. I mean, do what I say you do, because we the daddy. And that's what we get caught up in, making excuses for why we're doing what we're doing. But back to the news that I got, this is the first time I shared it with the class. On his Facebook status, you know what he said? All I know is how to get them packs in. When I got that on the phone, I couldn't do nothing. I went in the room, I couldn't even pray, I couldn't even say nothing. Because when you think about it, all I know is how to get them packs in. You make an excuse if you want to say, well, that's on the radio, that's that. He never seen me sell drugs. But they know it, and it's my fault. All I know is how to get them packs in. That right there, I seen my dad do the same thing. I go somewhere without him, everybody in the world give me money. Ain't you such and such son? Go in this store by yourself. I got a soda and some chips. I get to the next block, somebody else gave me some more money. Go in the store. But where am I gonna put it? Buy yourself. So that led me to believe, I want to be like my dad. So when I get the information on that, he want to be like me. But I'm in jail. Not the first time, this is the third time. When is it going to stop? Now, I found myself getting mad at him when I should be mad at me.
Yeah.
That's all I taught him. And with this here, I wish in the future, I hope to see not just turning these programs in here, but nationwide. And I hope to run into people along my journey. See, because I've accepted, I'm not going home. I think last time I went to court, I think about 20 years, that's what they say. But I accepted it. It's my fate. Like Mr. Singer said, maybe I'm being sent there to change my life. That's the only way. If they never take me off the street, I never stop. I never stop. I didn't have a reason to. I feel like I was untouchable. And that's just the reality of it. And as I sit here, I've been telling myself, this ain't even my mess. I'm in here with somebody else. But in reality, if I was where I was supposed to be, never happened. Just being greedy. I come home, I just came home from doing 8 years federal. I've been home 2 years, 3 years. Fortunately, my previous life, I still had money, so I come home, like I say, greedy and power. Get right back into the same crowd. I got my own trucking company. Didn't even have to get up and sell drugs. It's just that that's what everybody else doing, and I'm the man. But thanks to Turning Leaf, now I know I don't have to have them same friends. I don't have to go and be in with the in crowd. I just have to do me and my kids. Because now, once I'm inside, that same crowd that I used to be with the in crowd, I ain't gonna be able to talk to them. They ain't gonna go check on the kids. They'll come back when it's time for me to come home. Due on the simple fact of, boy, he might make something happen again. I don't want to miss that ride there. That's a real ride right there. But thanks to Amie, that ride shut down. The ride is over. The thrill is gone. So I'm going to walk my own path. I'm going to make my own lane. And I'm going to choose my own direction. And walk out on faith. Thank you.